Hello, it's Picken. I want to bring you this weekly Wealth Insight. I'm coming from my lovely home here in Neisner. And what is this weekly Wealth Insight about? Well, it's about diversification. Now, what's fascinating to me is that a lot of people think they're diversified if they've got their money in the stock market and they've got lots of different shares. Now, for you, is that diversified? Or what about if you've got your money in the London Stock Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, the Sydney Stock Exchange? Are you diversified? What about if you've got your money in a REIT, a real estate investment trust, or a property fund and the stock market? Are you diversified? What about if you own multiple properties? You own a bunch of residential properties in one country. Are you diversified? Or what about even if you own a mixture of residential properties in New York, London, and Sydney? Are you diversified? If you answered yes to any of those, then this Wealth Insight is really important, because none of those or diversification. As an example, if you take a REIT or a property fund, they have a 70% correlation to the stock market. They're a financial instrument. They might be based on property, but they're much more correlated to a financial instrument than they are to property. And so, in this Wealth Insight, it is critically important that you get diversification across countries, across currencies, across asset classes, and within asset classes. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can click on the link below. I'm actually going to give you a webinar on the 4 secrets to wealth. And this is just one of them, is diversification. And I'm going to go a lot deeper into how and why you need to diversify. And most importantly, once you've got the how and the why, what are the next steps in terms of actually doing it? I want to finish with a statement by Ray Dalio. Now, Ray Dalio is one of the 50 wealthiest men in the world. He's a billionaire many times over. And he literally says that the only thing you need to do to be successful when it comes to investing and creating wealth is that you need 15 uncorrelated investments in attractive assets that do not move in tandem. And if you do that, you've got an 80% chance of reducing the risk, and the risk return ratio increases by a factor of 5. So that's this Wealth Insight. If you understood that, you're pretty much going to get wealthy. If you didn't, come and watch the webinar, click on the link below, and I can give you a lot more information in terms of it. But in simple terms, if you want one takeaway from this Wealth Insight, diversification is absolutely critical to you not only creating wealth, but also sustaining wealth. If you enjoyed this Wealth Insight, click on the link below or subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. We want to empower 1 billion people. I can't do it on my own. I can only do it if we share the knowledge. We need to empower people. We need to give them the self-belief, and then we need to give them access. So I hope you enjoyed this weekly Wealth Insight, and I'll bring you the next one next week from Brisbane, Australia. Cheers.